Hello and welcome, Sagittarius, to your Venus retrograde love reading. I hope these messages receive you well. As always, I'm alignedsoultarot. These are general messages regarding this Venus retrograde period that is happening as of May 13th to June 25th. We're going to be feeling this Venus energy because it is one of the closer planets to us. And it really does impact aspects of our relationships, whether they are intimate, friendships, family, also our finances, career. Anything to do with Venus is, the lavishes of life, the comforts of life, material wealth, material abundance. So you might be reassessing a lot of those themes during this period in time. I decided to really highlight Venus because of that reason and because it does affect us so personally, right? So take these messages as they resonate. Since this is a chunk of time, it might not resonate right away. This could easily be a foresight into the future energies. And if the story's not for you, please let it fall. And I urge you to check out your birth chart, your sun, moon, rising, and Venus specifically. I think that would fit very well for this theme that I'm doing in regards to Venus energy. So if you go online, you can find tons of information, free information on your birth chart, and you can find out what planet Venus, what sign of Venus is in your chart. So I did pre-shuffle and I pulled from the Empathic Oracle deck, which I just received today. I'm super excited to use these for my readings. Lots of beautiful imagery. It's very straight to the point with certain messages, and it also brings up chakra and elemental medicine, alchemy. So I pulled some cards from the Empathic Oracle deck and also some overall themes before we dive into the tarot reading for you. One thing I'd like to say before we get started here is for Sag specifically, there's a lot of 12th house placements happening in May. So it's a lot about the subconscious, right? And that goes hand in hand with any sort of retrograde energy. It's all about the subconscious internal world that we're digesting and processing, maybe like in ways you've never done before, Sag. So keep that in mind. Healings, themes around death and afterlife are really big for 12th house. But for Venus specifically, it's highlighting your 7th house, which is all about relationships, marriage, contracts. So for you specifically, Sag, I am sensing there is going to be a lot of healing around relationships, okay? And a lot's going to be coming up to the surface. And when it comes to 12th house, you might not necessarily be vocalizing all of this. It's a lot of internal stuff, subconscious mind, our dreams, okay? So pay attention to your dreams. What I am witnessing here with these oracle cards is you might be internalizing a little too much around this time, because it is saying to speak your truth. We have the throat chakra highlighted here for you, Sag. So it is very important to not repress your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, and make sure that you are expressing yourself during this time. It is going to take a level of courage, right? We have the courage card here. Overlying theme for you. Courage does not mean being fearless. It means being able to face your fear. So maybe there's some fears of abandonment. Letting go is another theme here. Look at that. It takes courage to let go, right? To fully let go. It's a process of letting go. It's like stages. When I think of letting go, specifically in a relationship, an intimate relationship, especially if it's been long term, right? You first kind of ponder the idea, and that might take years for some relationships. You stay in for certain reasons and you hope for the best, but over a period of time you start to realize, like, okay, this might be it. So that's stage one, right? Realization. And then it's actual taking action. That's a whole nother step. And then once you take the action, depending on your circumstance, that could be a whole nother set of steps, right? So letting go is a process, and allow yourself to take the time to do that if this is your story, okay? Again, if this is not your story, let it fall, right? Power of free will is always at play with any of my readings. I am here to help you and assist you if I can, but if the messages don't fit your story, then let it go, okay? Again, this could be foresight, or this could also be past energies, but I am intending this to be for retrograde, so starting as of May 12th. The letting go card is saying here, without grasping or fear, I will let go of that which no longer serves me or anyone else. So coming to a realization that it's not serving either person. If this is not relationship, this could be simply any aspect of your life, right? Specifically career, love, relationships with Venus though, okay? Like I said, if this is not your story, and look at you have the Your Story card, you have a unique story to tell, right? Your story needs to be heard, Sagittarius. You need to be able to vocalize, because someone else out there potentially could relate to your story and help you through this process of healing, right? A lot of the time, especially with certain signs that are really independent, from what I've gathered from Sagittarius, you know, this is my personal standpoint, they are very independent. They are free thinkers. They are leaders. They are born leaders. And they're not afraid to speak up, but many Sagittariuses that I know, they're not necessarily as emotional, you know. They're more fiery energy, they're fire. So it's not like a water sign that, you know, expresses their emotions, like wears their heart on their sleeve. So maybe you are feeling like you have a story to tell, maybe to your partner, getting it out there, and there's something around your throat. It's like your throat chakra is feeling potentially blocked. So this Gate card also is here for you as well, Sag, and I'm going to be reading a little bit for each card from the book here, just so we can get a little bit of more information for you. So your story. Let me find it for you. It's like all new here, so I'm trying to find what pages are what? 136, okay. So 54 breaks down to a 9, so this is all about independent energy. 9 is all about self-sufficiency. So really having the courage, right, to tell your story. Each page that I write of my experience will be of wonder, and in the knowing that I weld the pen. Beliefs, wounds, other projections, and overall feelings of negativity can all lead you into a story that you can't seem to escape. When you give into these energetic experiences, the story is given life and you become the character. So it's all about perception, right? You are not a label, you are not your wounds, and other projections are their experience, not yours. So vocalizing that, maybe you feel like someone is gaslighting you. If you don't know what that means, it's kind of like projecting onto you what they're internalizing, right? A lot of people do that in relationships, and it's natural. Most people do that at some point in their life. It's just about understanding and learning from those experiences, and speaking up when you feel like potentially this is the case, you know, and being like, you know, I feel like you're projecting your emotions onto me, and this is not my story. This is not who I am. You're making me out to be someone that I'm not. Okay, Sag, that might be what's happening here. Throat chakra, like I said, emphasizing communication, of course, right? It's blue. We have a lot of blue here. The communication of truth is changing wind, each moment evolving as wisdom is breathed in and exhaled. So, right, wisdom, gaining a story, gaining a perspective, understanding yourself, having the courage to speak up and let go of what no longer serves you, Sagittarius. So we have 25 here, the gates. To me, when I think of it, it's just naturally, it's like an opening, you know. you're entering into a new phase. But let's read into it just a little before we get into the tarot. 25 breaks down to a 7. That's a very spiritual number. So you could be getting some downloads right now in regards to your intuition, right? 12th house is huge for Sagittarius at this moment. So dream state, subconscious, really big. All right, let's see the gates. 82. Okay, today I choose to choose. In this, I will begin to learn the dynamic of the energetic context of the presence to growth in choice. Wow, that's very powerful. You get to choose, Sagittarius. You get to write your story. And you get to clear the air with someone around you. You have this golden opportunity. And right now with this Venus retrograde, like I said, this might just be foresight, like what you're pondering, what you're reassessing, what you're thinking to do within a relationship dynamic, or a friendship, whatever it may be to you, career, apply it how it will. But you haven't necessarily done this yet, okay? And it's letting you know that you have the power to choose, okay? And it's going to take courage. So let's move these over and let us see what the tarot has for you, Sagittarius, for this Venus retrograde love period. Love reading for Sag. Calling out into the ether for soul guidance for Sagittarius. Let's connect to the highest potential for you in the immediacy of now. Calling on your guides and my guides to be here for this reading. All high vibrational beings, please deliver a message for Sagittarius in regards to this Venus retrograde love reading. Show us what we need to see for Sagittarius. Show us what we need to see for Sagittarius. Guides and angels. Defensiveness. All right, let's cut the deck. Yeah, there's a sense of defensiveness, you know, having to stand up, right? This is back to your story. Standing up for your beliefs with the 7 of Wands. Fighting off the naysayers. Perseverance, right, with the 7 of Wands. All right, let's see. Yep, there's something going on. A wish is not being fulfilled. Underlying energy, bottom of the deck, is the star in reverse. So there is a sense of a wish fulfillment, something that you thought was this happy, ever-ending, this 10 of Cups energy is potentially feeling like this offer doesn't seem legit anymore. I don't feel fulfilled. I mean, 4 of Cups is all about being bored with an offer, maybe analyzing the situation, sitting with it, you know, not really sure if this is for you. And, you know, you're in a state of being a little bit defensive, guarded about your happiness and feeling like this isn't bringing me abundance. I feel like there's this call for temperance and balance and bringing back this equilibrium in my life. And right now I'm feeling like my home is, this was in reverse, my home is being jeopardized, like my family, everything that I thought was the 10 of Cups is, you know, maybe it's not anymore. And this is not my story, right? Your story is so critical. Who you are, what you need, your needs are important. And, you know, if you feel like you play a part in this relationship, you know, we all do. We have to take ownership for our end of the story, right? And during this Venus retrograde, I really think that you will start to understand your part in the story, okay? Your part in this story, and coming to a place of temperance where you can let go with ease, right? Ease transition, so you can get to your abundance. Because right now, the Queen of Pentacles, there's no abundance here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's not fulfilling. There's no roots. There's no stability. There's no foundation here. So let's clarify a bit for you, Sagittarius, so we can dive a bit deeper into these energies for Venus retrograde period. This is for Sag. Guides and angels, can you tell me more about this 4 of Cups, please? 4 of Cups energy for Sagittarius. Show me what I need to see for Sag. 4 of Cups. Seven of Swords. Yeah, letting go of betrayal. You know, you're pondering this past deceit, lies, betrayal. I'm no longer wanting to be affected by it. And so it's taking a level of courage and practicality and sitting with the energy, you know, still holding your guard up and, you know, speaking your truth, but yeah, there's a sense of having to really reflect with this Four of Cups on this deceit. All right, let's talk about this Ten of Cups here. What is this Ten of Cups for Sagittarius, please? Ten of Cups in reverse, Spirit. Okay, we got Ace of Cups, Six of Wands, and Page of Cups. So there is this potential for a amazing offer around a relationship, this Ten of Cups. So like I said, I don't know if I said this earlier, but I have been saying this with all these readings, is if you see potential energies of breakup or disengaging, maybe it's just a stale moment in a relationship or friendship, whatever, it doesn't have to be forever, right? So when I see aces in a reading, like when I see a Ten of Cups in reverse and then I see the Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands, it's like, yes, maybe where we're at now is not fulfilling. And that's what this Venus retrograde period is all about. It's about reassessing what matters. What's going to bring you happiness, Sagittarius? Because this Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands is here. So I'm really thinking like maybe the offer's not ready to be made now, the proposal with this Page of Cups in reverse. There's no victory, you know, as of now, because there needs to be a moment of contemplation, communication with that throat chakra energy, releasing, right? Letting go, having the courage to really speak your truth, right? Your story. It's so important because I do believe that there's potential for this relationship to have a new opportunity. You got two aces on the board. So there is huge potential here. And if you know for certain that you do not want to take this offer, right? The Four of Cups, you don't want to do it. You're bored with the offer. I'm seeing something new here. There's two aces here. So when I see that, there's definitely potential for something new. Maybe this is what it's saying, is there's no victory, Six of Wands in reverse with this situation, but there is potential with something else. Let's clarify this Ace of Cups for Sag. It could go either way, right? You know your story. Ace of Cups for Sagittarius, please. Show me what I need to see in regards to this Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords, another ace. Beautiful. Temperance, again, bottom of the deck. I'm definitely seeing a major transformation here. Truth being told, love being shown, balance being rewarded, right? When people speak up, when people live in their integrity, they tell their story, they let go of these burdens, this guilt, this betrayal. Balance is always here. Temperance is always here to bring back the balance. But the tower needs to come down. Things need to crumble, right? Tower doesn't have to be bad, but it's necessary if this relationship is going to withstand any sort of challenges during this period, right? So it's very important to understand that with the tower. Some of your foundation that you have thus far, there's cracks in it. And that's okay. But you have to speak up. Speaking your truth to get to this stability, right? The Queen of Pentacles strives for stability, structure, everything that's in the 3D. Let's talk about this Queen of Pentacles here for Sagittarius. Show me what I need to see for this Queen of Pentacles, please. Three of Cups in reverse. Maybe letting go of a third party. The King of Pentacles on the bottom. There's the couple. This could potentially be the other third party. I don't like to read Three of Cups necessarily like that, but when it's in reverse, I do mention it, but I don't do that to scare people. But this could potentially be what the deceit was about. You know, one partner wants to move on and the other doesn't. That could be another aspect. There needs to be teamwork though, right? Three of Cups is all about teamwork, union, celebration. And there might not be that at this time. But man, I am seeing a potential here, whether it's with a new relationship or within this. But again, courage, speaking your truth, telling your story, making a choice to stand up for what you believe in, right? Standing up, fighting for this, if this is what you want, you know. If you know that you've already tried to do that, then like I said, there's Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, okay, Sag? There's new. You know, whether that's a revival after this tower comes crumbling down. There's resurrection. Venus retrograde can bring back past relationships. So this could simply be you've been single and now your ex is coming back into the picture. That is a potential. So just so you know, there are 3 aces here. It's beautiful energy, beautiful new opportunities. Overall, I feel like with the Temperance as well, things can be resurrected, balanced out. It's an equal give and take on both ends. I hope these messages received you well, Sag. And if you'd like to go a little bit further, we can talk about specific partners. Please reach out to me. All my information is in the description box below. And for May, I have 20% off all of my readings. So I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you have a great evening. Be blessed.